Hi, I'm Danny Ecker with your Chicago Business Today midday report. Mayor Emanuel has put a price tag on the major infrastructure work he's planning to take on. $7.2 billion in all over 4 years, which would include funding for a new proposed runway at O'Hare and renovating 100 CTA stations. In a speech this morning, the mayor also outlined planned projects like repaving half of the city's 2,000 miles of streets and rebuilding scores of parks. Of course, the question is where that money will come from. Well, Emanuel says funding is already lined up and that no tax increases will be involved, but the newly created Chicago Infrastructure Bank will likely come into play, which could pair public agencies and private investors to help get projects funded. He also said in all the new projects will create about 30,000 jobs in the coming years. Sears stock took a dip in early trading this morning with a New York Post report that the Lands End arm of the company is up for sale. Chairman Edward Lampert has reportedly approached some private equity firms about buying the outfit it's owned since 2002, part of the plan to raise up to $2 billion in cash. Shares of Sears have more than doubled since the beginning of the year following an announcement that it would sell up to 120 Kmart stores and make big inventory cuts to bring in cash. The retailer's dire straits added up big time last year as the company suffered $3.1 billion in losses. Well, chief executives nationwide are more optimistic on the economy and hiring this year, according to a new Business Roundtable survey. The share of CEOs saying they're ready to hire more workers over the next 6 months jumped to 42% from 26% just 3 months ago. It's also more than double the number of CEOs who said they plan to cut jobs. It's been a mixed year so far here in Chicago, with several big local companies cutting payroll during the last quarter. Meantime, the city unemployment rate has steadily dropped in recent months, sitting at 9.6% in January. That's higher than the national rate of 8.3% and locally slightly up year over year. And the French market at the Ogilvie Transportation Center is boosting its restaurant offerings. The West Loop European-style market has landed a handful of gourmet eateries in the last few months, helping to fill a good chunk of vacancy that has plagued the bigger metro market area. The 15,000 square foot French market itself has seen slow foot traffic and high turnover in its first 2 years after the city gave it a push with $8 million of tax increment financing. It had strong backing from Mayor Daley as a great use of TIF funding when it opened, but has mostly struggled, partially due to its easy-to-miss location beneath the Metro. The area is also getting a nice boost this spring with the opening of a new 13,000 square foot bar and grill in May. And that's what's happening in Chicago Business Today. For breaking business headlines, stick with chicagobusiness.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.